Hello and welcome to our free mini tutorial for our found poetry video series. I'm Stephanie Jennifer from CZT21 in Rhode Island and I'm part of Team 7F5R. We're going to be running through this mini tutorial on how to turn your affirmative word search into a completed tile. The materials that you'll need are going to be very simple. You're going to need a Pigma 05 pen, or what we know as an apprentice pen, a pencil, and a tortillon. You should also have with you a tile that you can pre-prepare. This word search can be found on 7f5r.thinkific.com/courses/foundpoetry. From there, you can join the course. There's a free preview in the course that includes some printable worksheets. The worksheets feature a word search. What you're meant to do is to say I am and then circle the first 3 words that jump out at you to complete that sentence. In this example, I've circled fearless, polite, and intuitive. There is a quick list of all the words that can be found in the word search. There are 3 versions of the same word search. The first version will fit a 5-inch or 12.5 cm tile like the one you see on screen. You can also use that version to fit 4 bijou-sized tiles. The second version will fit an original Zentangle size tile that is 3.5 inches or approximately 9 cm. The last version is great for postcard sized tiles. What I advise you to do is to mount your printed word search onto a tile to reinforce it. I've used glue tape. You can also use double-sided tape. I do not recommend using any type of liquid glue as the water content in the glue will warp the paper. Once you've chosen your 3 words, you can outline them in pen like I have done on my tile, and we can then move on to tangling. Starting with your pencil, we're going to draw a string. No corner dots for this tile. Your string is going to be a slightly curvy line going diagonally across your tile. Light pressure on your pencil. Then switching over to your pen, the first tangle that you're going to draw is inner flux, so I'll be drawing it along my string. Inner flux is a beautiful tangle created by 𝕝𝕝𝕝, who is also part of Team 7F5R. Inner flux, as its name implies, is made up of many little flux put together. Remember to keep light pressure on your pen and to turn your tile as you go along. Once you reach a word that you've chosen, you're going to draw your tangle behind that word. After we're done with inner flux, we can then move on to the next tangle that we're drawing. and that tangle is Opus. So I'm going to turn my tile so that it's easier for me to draw Opus. Opus is basically a curved shape that alternates on each side. From there, we're going to aura the entire tangle. After which, you add 𝕝𝕝 on the outside of your aura. I recommend that you draw your 𝕝𝕝s quite large. There are no rules to drawing Opus, so if you want one of your Opus to be shorter than the rest, that's fine too. You can also fill in some sections with print-ons. It's always fun to add some unexpected elements to your tile. Perhaps I'd want this Opus to go in this direction. You don't have to fill in every single area with 𝕝𝕝. Some areas can be filled in with black ink. And again, my advice is, don't draw your 𝕝𝕝 to be too small. You can see the tangles starting to come together now. I think the reason why Opus and Printemps go so well together is because their shapes are very similar, this sort of spiral shape. In our found poetry series, Debbie and I will teach you how to create your own poems from old books. There are different kinds of found poetry, like free-form excerpting, remixing, erasure, and cento. In our online series, we'll be teaching you two types of found poetry, sequential and remix poems. So the projects will be more in-depth than this mini tutorial, in the sense that they will not be based on a word search, but on any old books you have on hand that you wouldn't mind repurposing. Depending on the words that you've chosen on your tile, the direction that you draw your inner flux and opus might differ from mine, and that is completely fine. And there we have it. With an eraser, I'm now going to erase my string. This is optional. Some people are fine with leaving their string on their tile. With a pencil and tortillon, we'll then be adding shading to our tile. We're going to start off first with shading our inner flux. You're going to shade the points of each of the flux. That's inner flux done. The next thing that we'll be shading is the outside edge of our inner flux that is touching our opus. This will give us an illusion of depth. Next, we'll be shading these edges of our tile. Using small circular strokes, we'll be blending our graphite inwards. At this point, we can add embellishments to our tile. Switching back to our pen, I'm adding these lines inside my inner flux with a bit of rounding at the top. Over here, I might add a tipple and then add some flourishes. Lastly, you're going to want to add your initials somewhere on your tile. As a final detail, you can outline your chosen words with a coloured marker or coloured pencil. I like using Pentel's Super Gold Fine Point Paint Marker. Because this tile is in black and white, any colour you add to it will stand out. So you could use a Sakura Jelly Roll or a Sakura Moonlight Pen or Tombow markers, anything you have on hand really. Before I end this video, here are some other ideas you can try out. You could tint your tile with watercolors. You could also have your shading done in colored pencils. I've also outlined the border of this tile with my Pentel Gold pen. This tile was done using the third version of the word search. I used a light pink colored pencil for shading and added a gemstone. This one also has a gemstone. It is a Zentangle original size tile. Thank you for taking the time to draw along with me. If you'd like to share your tile with us, post it in the 7F5R challenge group or tag us on Instagram at 7F5R's. Debbie and I love seeing your work. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, do consider supporting us by purchasing our found poetry online series via 7f5r.thinkific.com/courses/found poetry, or share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep tangling!